Well, speaking of a wonderful cause, I'm here to talk about a delicious dinner that is going to stop you in your tracks. It is the 10th anniversary of Giving Kids Hope. It is fast approaching, and here with all the details is Dr. Mitch Drum from Case Western Reserve University. It is so good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm happy to have you here. He's become a dear friend of mine. I have been part of this wonderful event for several years now, and I just have to get into your background first. So let's get into the history of what Giving Kids Hope is all about.
So the long answer is that I started on cystic fibrosis about 40 years ago up at the University of Michigan. And that was at a time when human genetics and molecular genetics was really just taking off. And we were able to discover the gene that causes cystic fibrosis and the mutations that cause it. And that research really laid the groundwork for some miraculous drugs that are now being taken by many CF patients and have extended their lifespan decades. Right. So, but that's only one out of about 20,000 genes. So,
well, I have to stop you real quick. He's saying this in such a calm demeanor. I need to really emphasize what he just said. There are 20,000 genes or so in the human body. You and your team not only found the gene out of all of that, which I'm sure like worse than finding a needle in a haystack, and then found the genetic mutations that cause it. So you have not given kids just hope. You have literally given children a longer lifespan. It's beyond commendable.
Well, I appreciate that, but I need to emphasize that it's not just us. This is hundreds of other people also working on just this one disease. But you know, I was born in 1960. If you were born with CF then, you were lucky if you made it through grade school. Now we're predicting that many of the kids born with CF today will make it into their 50s and 60s. That's just something we never thought possible. And because of that, though, we've built this sort of pipeline of, we know the process now. We've got the bakery. We know what yeast we need. We know what flour we need. We can do this for those other 20,000 genes, or many of them, maybe not all. But
when we're looking at it, so when it comes to the Research Institute for Children's Health and what you do there, you basically, like you're saying, have applied what you've learned through CF, and now, I mean, there are so many other, how many thousands of rare diseases are there in children?
So the numbers vary depending how you define them, but somewhere in the 7,000 to 8,000 is what we think of. And those are the genetic ones. I mean, you just heard a few minutes ago about a rare, cardiology problems that happen in kids where the, heart defects that are not genetic necessarily, just happen. So there's a lot more in addition to the genetic ones.
So what we're doing with this wonderful gala that's happening on the 20th is to continue to raise funding for the research that goes on there. And what all research is being done? Yeah,
so we as one group can't hit all of those 7,000, 8,000. So we've been trying to find related diseases. So it might be ones like cystic fibrosis that affect the lungs or the intestines, other metabolic disorders that happen that affect the liver, some that are called neuromuscular diseases that people, like the muscular dystrophies and things like that people would be familiar with. So part of my job is that, even though we can't work on them all, is to go around. Case Western, we've got an awful lot of smart researchers there, so bringing them together so we can talk about things, and this person has one technique, this has another, you bring them together and all kinds of wonderful things happen.
I mean, you have to see what they do in person. That's how I absolutely fell in. It was actually who we're talking to at noon, Gabe Spiegel, who introduced me to this, and to be able to see what you do firsthand. So for all of those families out there who might have a child that has some kind of rare disease and you feel like you've lost hope because there's nothing doctors are giving you answers to, there is a team at Case Western Reserve that is working so hard day in and day out to help you and help them. And so come with us to this fabulous event. Again, it is happening on the 20th. If you scan this QR code that's been up on your screen as well, scan it now. It is going to be at the University Center there at Case Western Reserve. And Doug Katz is the wonderful chef that is going to be creating the meal. And you also have another special guest.
Yeah, so this is going to be a remarkable lineup, I think. So we have Doug Katz, who's designed the meal, and I got to taste it. It's spectacular. We have a man named Francis Collins. Many will know him. He was the director of the National Institutes of Health. He's friend of the Dalai Lama, 3 presidents,
Wow.
blah, blah, blah. I mean, he is the LeBron James of our science world. So he'll be there as a special guest. And then you also as one of our special guests. And we will be thrilled.
I'm very honored
yeah.
to be there. I love helping in any way I can with everything you do. These people are just, you're miracle workers, what you do, and we can't ever take that for granted. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Drum.
Thank you.
And we will see you on the 20th. Come and join us. It's going to be a spectacular night. David, over to you.